Number 1, an end to the fractional reserve banking system, that the Government of Canada return to financing the public debt through the Bank of Canada, interest-free, and reclaim the power to create our own currency away from the private banking system.
Number 2, restrictions be placed on the rights of corporations. Corporations are not people and should not share the same rights of people. Corporations must be banned from making political donations, i.e. lobbying. Corporations should be taxed on the imports of finished goods and machinery, as well as heavy tax on the outsourcing of labor jobs outside of Canada. Excessive executive recompense has also become detrimental to Canadian business and should also be restricted by law.
Number 3, a healthy fourth estate being essential to the democratic process, a return to stringent media ownership laws are necessary to ensure a free press in Canada. I'll just add to that, there was a speech John Kennedy made once where he said basically it is like the utmost democratic duty to maintain a free press, that without that, powers will come in and take over. And look what happened, Rupert Murdoch. Number 4, an immediate end to all Canadian military intervention in all foreign countries.
It is clear that our current political system does not represent the wishes or needs of the Canadian people. Therefore, we demand that a national dialogue be undertaken to deal with the pressing need for political reform in Canada.
Number 6, for too long, corporations and the wealthiest income earners, 1%, in Canada have not met their obligations to the rest of the country. The belief that giving tax breaks to this group creates employment is a fallacy. We therefore demand that policies be instituted that require large corporations and the top 10% of income earners be taxed at a high rate, and that taxes for the rest of Canadians be reduced.
The Canadian Criminal Code be reviewed and policies are examined to ensure that the rights and freedoms of Canadians are upheld, and that the Charter of Rights and Freedoms be strictly adhered to by all police services across Canada. Furthermore, all Canadian police services submit to the authority of civilian review committees.
Number 8, all policies and negotiation that threaten Canadian sovereignty, such as CETA, SPP, and border security agreements, are suspended immediately, and Canada's participation in international agreements such as Codex Alimentarius and Agenda 21 are put on hold pending review in a more public forum. Canadian sovereignty is to be considered the right of the people and shall not be traded or bartered by our governments.
Canada's natural resources are to be considered the property of all Canadian people. All harvesting, mining, logging, and oil extraction to be reviewed with consideration to environmental impact and benefit to the people of Canada, not the corporations that extract them. Basic human rights and freedoms of the individual are to be considered paramount and shall supersede all laws passed by government. Every Canadian has the right to food, shelter, basic education, and health care, and the freedom to live unencumbered of excessive government intervention. One more. This is the opening statement. Okay? It has become clear that globalism and corporate greed have become a detriment to the majority of Canadians. It has also become apparent that our political system serves these banking and corporate interests and not the majority of Canadians that have elected them to their office to serve the people of Canada.
Number 10, Number 10, let's say it again, I love this one. Basic human rights and freedoms of the individual are to be considered paramount and shall supersede all laws passed by the government. We remember when they passed a secret illegal law, the Ontario Public Works Act, that violated the Canadian Constitution. I'm just abbreviating here. So every Canadian has the right to food. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Every Canadian has the right to food, shelter, basic education, and health care, and the freedom to live unencumbered of excessive government intervention.
Are you live streaming? Oh, just recording. Yeah, we already recorded it.